What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another Slapstocks Sundays episode here on the Slapstocks YouTube channel as we look at the PWCC Weekly Auction number 96, of course, powered by PWCC, our marketplace partner, as we dive in this week into multiple different things, one of which is F1. Vegas Grand Prix wrapped up this weekend. The NBA has started, and honestly, the in-season tournament is definitely bringing in much-needed spark to the beginning of the season in the NBA. And obviously, the NFL is going right now. Julian's team, the Niners, winning in style today.
Yeah. Good day for us. A little concerned there for a minute when we lost 3 in a row, but weren't fully healthy. Great performance today. The boy Brock Purdy came through once again. MVP Brock Purdy. Repping my boy George Kittle right now, but overall great performance. Packers had a win.
Dude, Jordan Love over 300 yards. First time in his career. He had 2 touchdowns. I think he missed 7 throws, but not missed like 7 incompletions. 4 of them were drops, or maybe it's 13, but 4 of them were drops. And he really only missed 1 to 2 throws the entire game. He played extremely well. I know our boy Andrew from Slapstocks FC is a little bit of a Jordan Love maybe hater along with Jim Baker, but dude, I trust the talent. The wide receivers, Wicks and Reed, are looking super good. The 2 rookies, Watson's still kind of a scrub. He did catch a touchdown, but still kind of a scrub. Dobbs is nice. I'm actually really excited. We're 2-4 in games decide by 4 points or less. I think easily could have been like 3-3 or maybe even 4-2, which is a couple different plays. So I think that we're obviously not. I don't think we're a playoff team. I don't think we're going to win the division, obviously, but with the Lions especially. But I think that we're setting up for a solid future. I'm not as down on the Packers as our boy Andrew is. I'm also very sketched out right now because I am down by 0.14 points in my fantasy game with this boy, what's his name, Ty Chandler of the Vikings playing, and he's super good. But Mattison is healthy now that I didn't know about. So I need 0.2 points to win this game here in the second half. If I don't get 0.2 or 0.2 points, I'm going to just lay down and cry because I'll miss the playoffs likely if I lose this game.
Is this the league where you traded half your team?
Yeah, but I'm actually cooking. I'm pretty good, but
Karma might miss the playoffs.
Well, what's funny?
What you had.
What's funny enough is that I traded for Burrow, Kupp, who are both hurt now, and DJ Moore. And I benched DJ Moore this week, who actually had a good game. I should have played him because Justin Fields is back. And I'm still doing super well, even with that trade of bringing back 3 kind of guys who've been injured and not playing well. So it's pretty crazy. Welcome to our Slapstocks Sundays audience tonight. Tony, Max, Pokey Oz, good to see you all. How could you guys miss the Aussies winning the Cricket World Cup? Bro, did you watch the Cricket World Cup?
No, but I knew it was happening because obviously my roommate's pretty into cricket. But I didn't realize how long these games are.
How long?
Also with the time difference. So I think it started at 2:30 in the morning. He got back at 10:30.
Got back from where?
He went to his buddies. There's a bunch of people who are watching it. So it's 8 hours. I'm I could not do that. My attention span is not that long. So
yeah, that's crazy.
To them, I don't understand cricket at all, but I knew it was going on, and unfortunately India lost.
Oh, they were in the
Australia.
I see. Max, hope you're both awful. That's very rude of you. I know you got some cards selling tonight, so I hope that your cards get no more bids. No, I'm just kidding, Max. I'm just messing with you.
Those British people, so nice.
I mean, beans and mushy peas, right? I mean, come on.
God. Yeah, I would be in a foul mood too if I had to eat that all the time.
Yeah, Julian, talk about the Vegas Grand Prix here with Tony.
Yeah, it was very interesting because the venue itself was not put together the best, and there was a lot of controversy, including a class action lawsuit now being filed against I guess it's the FIA that ran it. So technically I'm assuming they're suing them, or
F1 FIA, same thing.
But basically practice 1 was basically canceled because Carlos Sainz's car got absolutely destroyed by the track because there's I don't even know what it was, a pothole or something.
So it was a manhole, but the force of the car driving over it basically sucked the manhole up and it broke his floor. Basically,
yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, basically there was $1.5 million in damages because of the track. So everyone was pretty upset about that. It was a lot of first show. I know Max Verstappen wasn't happy because it was not as much racing focus as it was the shenanigans beforehand, and Bruce Buffer was announcing a bunch of the drivers. But the race itself was actually quite entertaining. Kind of sad that my guy Lando Norris crashed, but I'm happy he's okay. But I think it was the second most overtakes in the season for a race. So it's pretty thrilling. Max won, which is kind of expected at this point, but
closer than the others have been.
Yeah, it was closer. I think he should have gotten punished more for some of the stuff he pulled during the race, but they treat Red Bull a bit different, and Ferrari always gets destroyed by those decisions. But Charles Leclerc ended up passing Sergio Perez for P2 at the very end, which I was not expecting. So it was a lot of fun to watch, and I do kind of like those midnight races. I know Aaron doesn't, but I stay up kind of late, so it was nice.
I was gonna say Julian's a true diehard and watched the entire thing. I watched the first like 20-ish laps or so. I mean, I love watching the races, obviously, but at a certain point when it's gonna, make you have 4 hours of sleep. The difference is that Julian will actually sleep until noon. I won't do that. So I won't. He's like, me?
He's talking to me?
Couldn't be me. No, yeah, but true diehard here, Julian, watching the race. And I gotta say, that I did see some people calling it the race of the year, which is crazy to think from 2 days ago when everyone's saying should never race in Vegas again. I guess at least it's good to see that it provided some spectacle for those paying in the end.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a great race, but at the same time, it's just like, I know the drivers hated it because of the amount of there's things that have to get ironed out. Let's just say that. And when Lando crashed, I think they were saying there was a bump in the road that basically totaled his car because he's for some reason spun out and you couldn't really see what happened. And it was a big crash. So some of the stuff like that, like Sainz's incident, they got to iron that out because nobody's going to want to drive there if you're putting yourself in harm. But it was entertaining.
Definitely. All right, jumping into this week's content. If you have anything that you've got selling in this week's auction, please let us know. We'd love to highlight an item or two or three or four, depending on the amount of you all that have stuff selling. What's up, Peg John? Good to see you over here. I know we've been seeing you a lot on Fanatics Live, so happy to see you over here. And Jerry says they're supposed to weld down the potholes. So it sounds like that. Yeah, they definitely didn't. And yeah, it was $1.5 million, I think, in damages.
Yeah.
If I was Ferrari, I'd try to sue.
I'd be so livid. And then there's a 10-place penalty because they had to put a new engine. It's all of it combined is I'd be, if that happened to Red Bull, they'd probably give them $2 million and be like, I'm sorry. But
yeah, for sure. They probably go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say even Sainz was like, oh, I couldn't feel my legs there for a second. Dude, that should not happen.
No, not at all. Global, good to see you as well. All right, there's some really big stuff ending in this week's auction. I'm going to point out a couple items just right off the bat, and then we're going to talk about some NBA here, and then Julian's got a who be buying. So some huge items. First of all, I'm going to point out a Pokemon card. This is one of my favorite looking sets of all time. The reverse hollow from the Legendary Collection. It's got firework looking pattern on it. I used to own a few different ones of these. Very awesome in hand. Maybe I have one more. I don't really know at this point, but awesome PSA 10 of Charizard there. $8,500, very big card. We will point out also this actually, I'm gonna leave the Wemby for later. I want to point out this Giannis though. This was the exact Giannis that I own, Julian. Remember the one at the Atlantic City?
Yep.
Did you realize that when you saw it?
You told me.
Oh, I did.
Remember you sent me the link and you're like, this is the one I owned.
Yes, I guess I did. It looks like that Corbin Carroll's Superfractor Top Shroom Update auto. One of them was just pulled. Oh, pretty cool. Nice hit. Yeah, so this I used to own this, sold at the Atlantic City National. I'd love to have it back, but I just don't.
There you go. Spend the bag. Spend the bag.
No.
Didn't you get in that deal? Didn't you get another Giannis card like the cracked ice or something?
I did, which I then ended up selling also. But I did a good deal for it. But in the end, bought a couple things and ended up losing a little bit of money on anyways. So whatever I sold it for, it will likely be less. Being that's 2 years later now or so. Or what is it, a year and a half later? But very awesome card. Love that Giannis card. And then how can we not point this out?
Aaron doesn't believe in Giannis. You heard it here first.
Dude, don't even get me started. I actually will lose my voice if I start talking about Giannis, and I won't stop talking. All right. Look at this, dude. I think that this is a jumbo. Yeah, it's an oversized metal frame cut auto of Abe Lincoln here. His last name.
Yeah, I remember I saw this and I was like scrolling and like, okay, that's cool, that's cool. And then I did like a double take because I was like, wait, did I just see that? It's super sick.
I wonder if this has sold before. I don't even see like what this would even be valued at. Quite the crazy. I don't think this exact one sold, but 2022. Oh wow, this one's way more in depth. Look at this one. This one's got like
Wow.
Dodge's last name. I'm actually that might not even. No, it is right there. I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Either way, it's that one sold for like 16 grand or something like that. I think back in 2022, something nuts. But yeah, really cool to see a piece like that in this auction. Oops, wrong tab. So pretty crazy card there. That's ending. All right, let's just go back up to the
Silky
what
said, I'll never understand that. Silky, what do you not understand? The
he's saying.
value?
Going back to school for 2 days, I think, just to go then be on break
Oh,
for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He wants
yeah.
a full week off. It sounds like.
Hank, don't get me started on that. We have like no break for college, and like Thanksgiving's the only one of the fall semester, and they only give us like a day or two off
It's
to
just
like,
Friday, isn't it?
yeah, it's just Friday. Actually, no, because Thanksgiving Thursday. So this year I think it's Thursday, Friday. And then they're like, it's 4 days off, but Saturday and Sunday doesn't count because we always have Saturday, Sunday off. But all the college kids, like, we're all like leaving Tuesday. Like, our professors can just handle that.
All right, so back to the top here to start talking about some NBA. So obviously Kobe, first of all, RIP, but not playing right now. Most of these cards we'll talk about will be ones of players that are playing, but super sick 2014 gold prism here. Excuse me. I know a lot of people call this the best prism design that there's been. It's an interesting design. We haven't really seen prism sets that have got images of players this big anymore. Normally it's, borders around the outside, really small images on the inside of the card. But this gold out of 10 from these years, they just are, there's so much color on them. The players is very enlarged. I think it's what do you think of the 2014 prism design, Julian? You think it's one of the best that there's been?
Yeah, I think it's super clean. It's not overcomplicated like a prism card, I think we'll touch on later. But I just like it. I think it has progressively gotten worse, which I think a lot of people kind of believe, but super clean. I love the 2014s.
Yeah, so this one is like super unique. I think Prism was bringing very unique designs just about every single year. Let's say up until, I'd say like 2019 was the last like truly unique design. 2020, 2021, 2022, they're just all way too similar to each other. Thicker borders, lots of like lines kind of on the borders. I'm not a huge fan of the new Prism cards. But yeah, this is an amazing design, the 2014. But yeah, Prism had a great run. I'd say it's definitely 2012 to 2018. I was a fan of what Prism was doing. Panini was doing with Prism. I don't think it's any coincidence that since kind of the market boom and pandemic that Panini was making a lot more money and also getting like a lot lazier at the same time. It was a very, uncoincidental thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I loved Panini basketball cards in this day and age. So like I definitely obviously I'm not a fan of Panini anymore, but I won't turn away a card like that. It's way too nice.
Yeah.
And I know you were gonna go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, and when you think about it, like the Prism cards today look nothing like that. Like it's
No,
changed like drastically.
no, yeah, like this is a iconic card right here. I wouldn't really call any Prism card today iconic.
Like yeah, I really like the just the ones now have like the background, like the court, like they're on it. Like this is just like super clean.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm a big fan. Julian, talk about Tyrese. You wrote him on the newsletter. You wrote him on Instagram here the other day. And what's up to Rob too? Good to see you, Rob.
Dude is balling. That's the only way to put it. He has been popping off on the Pacers. I don't think he gets as much love because it's a smaller team, but yeah, he had, I think it was 2 games back to back against the Sixers. He had 32 assists, 0 turnovers, being the first person in history to do that. He passed Jason Williams, I think it was, who had 31 in back to back games, like combined, not in each game. But he's just something else, man. I think he's averaging like 25 points, like 12 assists, which is unreal. He's sharing the rock and also making some shots. So you can't expect anything else from a point guard. And He's a good dude. Wisconsin native or from Wisconsin, so we
I,
like him.
I just gonna say, Wisconsin boy. I gotta say, he's amazing. His shot form, you watch him shoot, and you think this dude's never gonna make a three in his life, but he does. So I can't even blame him anymore because he makes him a good clip too. But he's a very, very good player. Kings have got to be kicking themselves about trading him, even if they had Tyrese and De'Aaron Fox on the same team, obviously. And I think that letting him go maybe did help unlock De'Aaron Fox. But dude, this guy is so dang good. I watch him play against the Bucks again, and every game he plays, I watch him, and he's amazing. And yes, he is going to be, if not already, one of the best point guards in the league. And it's showing here. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This is kind of when Panini started to not really care too much about their patches, and on the back, you very much see it's not associated with any specific player, game, or event on this Nike logo. So to see like a $10,000 plus valuation on this is a lot, especially for it being a colossal. This is not even like a true RPA or anything like that. In the end, all I'm saying is that this really does show that Tyrese Haliburton has arrived in the market, and he's not the only Tyrese from 2020 that's arrived. Tyrese Maxey also. And I would even go as far to say that Tyrese Haliburton and Tyrese Maxey were the two best buys from the 2020 draft class, and that's not to put down Anthony Edwards collectors or purchasers. It's just that his prices started so high. This is the number one overall pick. So, like, there wasn't too much room for them to grow with the market changing over the last 2 years. While these guys, their prices weren't like cheap, but they're way more expensive over, maybe not compared to 2 years ago because a lot is lower, but maybe, compared to the last year and a half, they've risen more, I'd say. Obviously I'll have to double check and do some research on that, but just I have been looking, I just don't have any stats off the top of my head the second, but man, he's really good.
I would say definitely. Even up until like this past off season, you could get his stuff for so cheap, and he was one of those players where I was like, it makes no sense because he's shown flashes, and there was like contender rookie tickets that I'd see, and I'd be like, why is that so low? I even considered buying one, but I didn't end up pulling the trigger, but I kind of wish I did.
Yeah. I think I had a couple at one point, nothing crazy. Peg Jones says, no, don't say they got fleeced, please. Both teams had great training. I'm not saying the Kings got fleeced because Kings were like a top 4 seed last year, hosted their home advantage in the playoffs, made the playoffs for the first time in forever. So like you can't really be mad at the Kings for doing that trade because I know that like Sabonis compliments, but Sabonis was kind of booty in the playoffs, and hopefully he has a better playoffs this year. But it's just Tyrese Haliburton is such a fun player.
Yeah, and you don't know how long down the road, like in 2 years, we could look back and be like, okay, they had that 1 good year or 2 good years, and then it kind of just fell apart, and Tyrese has transformed himself into one of the best point guards. So then it's like a little different. But I think right now, both did well, but yeah, it's an interesting scenario.
Yep, definitely. And I'm going to get on my soapbox for a second here because in the last MVP ladder that like NBA.com puts out, it's like the Kia MVP ladder or whatever, they had Giannis at like number 10. And like there's a handful of dudes on this list that you're just like, what are they doing above Giannis? Like Bam Adebayo, I know he's been having a nice season. All some other players, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is this the current one? Bam Adebayo?
Yeah, he's been having a good season. I'm not saying that he's not, but let me tell you, not to the level of what Giannis is doing. It was actually before his last couple of games, I think, which have really helped out Giannis' season stats. He's been amazing these last like 5 to 6 games. Let me put it like this. The Bucks definitely started shaky at 2-2. Okay. There were some games where they were leading. They got, teams came back on them, got blown out to the Raptors, which was a terrible loss. Lost to the Pacers the other week, all this stuff, right? But Giannis is averaging, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists in the season right now. He's shooting 60% from the field, and his free throw percentage has been getting better these last few games. But the Bucks, I tell you, in the last like 7 games, I believe we're top 5 in offensive rating, top 10 and top 5 in net rating. Maybe we've won 4 straight games. The Bucks are coming. Giannis has absolutely arrived this year. And the fourth quarter, if you haven't seen the highlights from the fourth quarter with the Bucks against the Mavericks, if you're a basketball fan, please do yourself a favor and go watch the highlights from the fourth quarter from Saturday night's game. The dude has got skills. James Harden was dead wrong. The dude has got so many skills driving to the basket and actually pulling off moves. I'm not talking just 2 dribbles and just dunk on someone. He had 1 dunk, and he went 14 for 14 at the rim in that game with 1 dunk. He's pulling off spin moves, finesse layups, all this different stuff. Giannis, I think that over the course of the season, he'll end up top 3 in the MVP conversation once again. You know, all these scrubs in the media that want all these random East Coast teams or players to be ranked higher than them. It won't happen.
Hold on.
There.
So right now they have 9 Bam Adebayo, 10 Domantas Sabonis. Dude,
Okay.
Sabonis is averaging like 19 points and 12 rebounds. Come on now.
I know.
That's ridiculous.
No, and the funny thing is that there was a lot of pretty bad talk on the Bucks to start the year. Dame is really coming around. Dame is I don't know if you've seen this, dude. Dame is like in the last 5 minutes of the game shooting like 65% from the floor, 45% from 3. He's got the most points in clutch time on the season. I think Dame is amazing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but also that's nothing new. Like he's always been like that.
I know. But my point is that he's playing that well in the fourth quarter. I think that the rest of the game will definitely catch up. And I saw this thing that basically his floor right now, like an offense, like what he's shooting from 3 right now and what he's shooting from the field is basically Drew Holiday's career averages in the postseason from offense. And I think Dame's only going to improve from here. I mean, he's shooting like 30% from 3. He'll definitely get better than that. All right, I'm done talking. We'll move on to Julian and throw him. What do you want to talk about here for MB? I mean, I got a couple of cards pull up here and talk about Wemby, Chet, something else that you have on your top of your mind. It can be a Hoobie buying card, just thrown in the middle here if you need to.
You want me to lead this?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Pick
you passed the Chet, so we can talk about that one.
Okay. I'm trying to like pass you the baton and say, hey, talk about one of these NBA cards you want to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about Chet for a second. And
Go.
He's been balling as well. He had that game winner against the Warriors. I think what did he drop? It was like
his game tying shot. Game tying shot. And then they won in overtime though.
30 recently, I think. 36 against the Warriors in that game. Sneaky rookie of the year candidate to watch out for because he didn't play it all last year. So technically he's still rookie by the rules. Aaron and I both saw this card and we were talking about 2014 Prism. Here's 2023 Prism. We got the black gold, and I was like, I am not a fan of how this looks at all. Like, kind of looks like there's like train like lights in the back. I don't know what's going on. It's just that's all over the place. Everyone, let us know what you think about this card and this parallel. But
now you tell me how do you think it compares to the 2018 Prism black gold?
2018 so much better,
where it's kind of like intermixed vertically versus like. Yeah. Just stacking like, blocks.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what goes through their minds in the design process, but this isn't against Chet because Chet's a beast, but I wouldn't buy this card just because of the barrel. Thoughts on Chet? Rob is asking thoughts on Chet. I would probably hold a little bit longer just because I think he's going to continue doing well. It's too early in the season, but if it's like a lot of money, then I would consider selling it. Probably.
Here's why I say if money's there and profits there and you're happy with it, take it. I'd say that you're like there's a certain point in the NBA season where like you get this early season hype for the guys that are playing really well. If anything happens where they stop continuing that, their prices will start to dip. I'd say if you have profit there, it's never a bad thing to take some profit. And holy smokes, dude, this just jumped. Did this not? Wasn't this like $4,200?
Yeah.
So that's $6,000 for a raw green refractor autograph number on 99. Now, of course, this was the parallel. Was this your Hoobie buy?
No. It wasn't. Yeah. But like, it's just like, what? I think Wemby's like such a good player, but a Bowman Chrome University green auto for $6,000, like before buyer premium, and like the PSA 10, I think goes for like 14 to 16 grand. Well, and Aaron made a good point because I didn't think about this. This was the parallel for the whole Wemby giveaway for the first signed card. So maybe that plays into it. But also when you think about like Wemby cards when they come out from, I don't know, like whatever ends up coming out from his pro games, like what is this card going to be worth?
I don't think it'll matter, honestly. Like I don't think that the reason why these will fall is because maybe he has like the NBA cards come out. I just think they might fall just because I think they're actually just too valuable in the first place. But remember, he's not going to have any autographs with Panini. Like this is his first and best autograph is this card. So I mean, if you want auto on card of Wemby, you're coming here. I mean, you got the Bowman Inception, but that's not a first Bowman Chrome. They're still valuable. I think like this is a very unique card where like normally you're right. NBA cards come out, this would dip hard. Am I saying it's worth $6,000? Not really. I would way rather go and get back my flawless Giannis gold patch autograph number out of 10.
Yeah, when you
But
compare it to other cards, you can get some pretty insane
I
cards.
know. I know. Honestly, though, I'd rather have this, I think, than the Chet Black Gold Prism. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
yeah. No,
Chet Holmgren is actually really good, and I think they will duel it out for Rookie of the Year the entire season. I think it'd actually be really crazy to see Wemby not win Rookie of the Year after all the hype. But like an on-card autograph, his first one, and there's also historical significance tied to this. Obviously, with it being the one that he signed first sign, they did the event around and all that different stuff. But heck, I mean, it's a lot of money anyway you slice it up. And obviously, the thing about Wemby is that his efficiency is not very good right now. Now, will that increase as he spends time in the NBA? Yeah, probably. I mean, his field goal percentage is 43%. Like, that's pretty bad. 28% from three. That's pretty dang bad. I know he's shooting a lot of attempts from three. I know he's a way better shooter than that. I'm sure he'll get it under control. And it would increase. How much of that card was LeBron say from his last year of high school? Well, I mean, if LeBron never signed a contract with Upper Deck and he never has Cavaliers exquisite patch autographs, you're talking a ton of money, man. You're talking a ton of money. I'm very intrigued to see, though, how this is going to go over the years. Like, how will Topps get Wemby to sign more cards? Because, there's going to be a couple year gap here between right now and then when Fanatics will start to make NBA cards, like NBA jerseys. Obviously, he'll sign that in Spurs jerseys. But, like, are they going to throw him in as, like, a throwback into Bowman U, to, like, help get his autographs in the set to help, boost the product? I imagine they will. I mean, I'd be hard-pressed to believe we won't see Wemby odds for 2 years now until they get the NBA license.
With the contract they have with him, they're not going to be paying him for nothing, basically.
Exactly. I agree. So, I mean, I'm just intrigued to see how is it going to happen, right? They had the Topps Now draft night ones that released. Those things sell for a ton of money too. The funny thing is that all of us said at the time, oh, those boxes are so expensive at Bowman Chrome U. Oh, the Topps Now autos are so expensive, but they're only that much more expensive now. Like all of us, I think at this point would have said we wish we bought a Bowman Chrome U Wemby auto, or we wish we bought the Topps Now autos, which is wild to say because I thought it was even crazy at the time. Now, the ones that were crazy was the SP non-autos that were selling for like, PSA 10's $8,000 or whatever. All right, we'll move on from Wemby and everything like that. There are some super nice Kobe's in this auction. Other ones too, immaculate patch autographs. But Jokic, I mean, year in and year out, this guy is just at the top of the class statistically. Now, I know there will probably be one MVP conversation for the next, I don't know, 5 to 8 years now that he won't be involved in. It feels like, and the Nuggets are tied for top of the West. I think with the T-Wolves. Actually, T-Wolves are a half game ahead, which funny enough to say. Will that last for them? Who knows? I'm sure the Nuggets will win the West this year again. I don't think that they'll not win it. Have you looked at the West standings recently?
I did, and I saw I'll look again, but I know I've been following the Timberwolves just to see if it was sustainable, and they so far it seems kind of sustainable. But I know the Mavs have been pretty good just because of the Kyrie, Luka.
Yeah, until they came into Milwaukee and got exposed. But no, I'm just messing.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I do think the Bucks are better. But yeah, Nuggets. Well, Thunder pretty high, which is kind of shocking. They're finally putting. There's though like when's it going to happen because they had so much draft stock and they had a bunch of young guys, and it was like maybe next year's the year they're going to put it together. So far this year, it's like this is the year.
They're totally ahead of schedule, bro. There's no way that this team with Shea at 24 or 25, Chet at 21 or whatever. They've got Jalen Williams at 22, Josh Giddey at 21. There's no way that this team was already supposed to be, a top 4 team in the West. Now we're 13 games into the season. Are they going to be top 4 in the West or top 3 in the West come middle of the season or second half? I don't know. But they're so far ahead of schedule and still own all those draft picks. Part of me says you should definitely use that capital and trade for another star player who's maybe a veteran, over 25 years old. Part of me says, why stop a young group that is currently third in the West with a plus 6.25 differential? They lead the West in point differential per game.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a hard.
You can continue what you're saying.
I was going to say it's a hard thing to balance for the Thunder, but it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, definitely. But I agree with you. You have like 2028 first round picks. Like that is so far down the road. You have so many picks. this team has proven that they could win games. Why not just add to what you have with get a solid veteran player? You can get like some pretty good people, and I don't even know how many first round draft picks or how many draft picks in general they have coming up. I know they made a list like,
dude, they have like 30 picks in the next like 4 years or something like that.
Yeah, I would definitely trade. Maybe if you want to trade for Zach LaVine and give us a bunch of stuff, we'll take Chet.
I don't think Zach LaVine's the right player to put there. I mean, you got Shea. That's
yeah.
Don't put. I know you want. You want all those first round picks and everything like that, but it won't happen.
I will take them.
Another player, I think that this guy I feel like he was maybe getting a little bit of hate last year in his second season, but Scotty Barnes is having a heck of a season right now for the Raptors. And they're not that good, I don't think, right?
No, I think that
I mean, they're only
6-7, which isn't terrible, but yeah, definitely could be better, which was kind of expected because Fred VanVleet left.
Yeah.
I think there's even now trade rumors about Siakam maybe going on the out. So if they end up trading him and going younger, he'll probably his output will only get better.
I'd assume so. And Scotty Barnes on the season is averaging 20 points a game, 9 rebounds a game, 6 assists per game, 37% from 3. That's pretty dang good in a third season here. So yeah, Scotty Barnes putting together a nice season, a super nice Eminence quad patch autograph 1/1. This design is very similar to the Cornerstones design. Also, he's got that throwback jersey on there, so sick. But that one's like the newer one, I think, with like the black and gold, like Drake, maybe, I don't know. But awesome card here, $3,000, 1/1 from Eminence. Oh, there's your boy.
Yeah, it's slowly climbing 3.4 right now. It'll be interesting to see because there haven't been any pretty big Lando card sales since he's kind of gone on a pretty great run aside from this past weekend. But future world champion, I'm hoping they give him an insane card like a Red Bull like car next year, and then and we looking good.
No, man, that card's so awesome though. I mean, those 2020 dynasties get a PSA 10 on that thing with the wait, this might actually be the card that I pulled. Wait, no, I think that one might have been a PSA 20. I pulled an out of 5 just like this though.
The PSA 20.
I'm just messing.
We love the PSA 20s.
Yeah, I will never refer to stuff as that. As Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro must be hurt because I was gonna say I'm looking at a card right now, maybe as a giveaway, but he hasn't played in a while, and it's at $17 for Noir Spotlight signatures, which just seems absolutely ridiculously cheap. The Abe Lincoln's at $4,300. Really wild stuff there. Nick Nack says team looks better with Nurse out. They look like they actually enjoy playing basketball. Funny enough, the Sixers look really good with Harden out. Maybe Nurse isn't the factor. Maybe it's Harden's the factor. Everyone's praising Nick Nurse for the start of the season for the Sixers, but Harden being out of there, in my opinion, is like that's the best thing that ever could have happened to that franchise. Is getting rid of him, and shutting that salary commitment and letting Tyrese Maxey run the show.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see with the Clippers, have they won a game since he came over? I know there were 5 losses in a row.
They won one. I think that I forgot who they beat the other night, but I think they won one.
Yeah,
Harden had a nasty step back 4-point play, I actually think, to win, but I can't stand that dude.
Yeah,
another dude.
They're like the teams interested are. It was like the Clippers, the Bulls, and some other team. I'm like, dude, if we trade like a draft pick or like one of our better players, like Zach LaVine for James Harden, I would have been like so down bad.
Yeah, no thanks. James Harden is an unplayable player, in my opinion, with just making teams worse. And like Rob said, Harden is an X factor. Look at the Clippers now. I mean, they're worse when he got there. I mean, come on, like.
Yeah. It's now just solidified. It's been multiple teams now. It's
right.
Not just one time.
So Suns on a 2-game win streak. I know that Booker's been hurt for a little bit this year. I know Beal's been hurt for a little bit this year. They beat you guys by 1, the Bulls by 1. KD, this is a nasty 2012 first year flawless here, patch autograph, emerald numbered out of 5. I think that his fan base is so kind of dwindled down now. Dude, this card, there's no way this card should only be $1,750 based on how good KD has been, and what he's done in his career, but he definitely has lost a ton of collectors and fan base over the years. It's obvious.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people were buying in when he was on the Nets because they're like, oh, he's going to go and win something. And like tons of I would go to shows and there were so many people that were looking for Kevin Durant cards.
Dude, and wearing Nets jerseys.
Yeah. And the fact that maybe they got burned a little bit is a reason for them to hang back, because it's kind of 2.0 of that situation, because they're like, oh, the Suns are going to be favorites this year, and they're having a good season, like nothing too crazy, but yeah, I think there's some hesitancy in picking up his cards.
Yeah, never for the life of me can I understand why these analysts and ESPN and all these other places, when like, they've been making these like, I understand the Bucks just trade for Lillard, right? And everything like that. I guess you could say that maybe that's a move similar to like what I'm about to talk about. He's 33, so he's over 30. But Giannis is, what's Giannis now? Is he 29? Giannis is 28. We're good. I'm not going to put us in that camp. When these teams add these veterans from all these different teams, and they're all like 30 plus years old and all injury prone, dude, it just doesn't work out. And that's
It's like they're
Sixers
living in
last year.
2015 or something, because everyone's like, this team in 2015 would be insane. I'm like, yeah, well, they're not in 2015. It's been 8 years since then.
I know. And you see these teams make these big moves to acquire these guys. And I remember, cannot believe that everyone was like, all the Sixers had to give up was Ben Simmons to get Harden. Well, obviously it fell on its face. Both sides, actually. Neither side really benefited from that in any way. I guess just maybe moving each other out of town was the benefit for like half a season. I don't even know what Ben Simmons is doing nowadays. He's playing for the Nets, right?
He had another back strain or something, so he's
God.
out right now.
Goodness.
This is a big card here.
Yeah, it's a
Big
nasty,
sale.
nasty card. Pierre Gasly, 1 of 1 in the jumbo patch, like the square patch window. I'd love to own this card. I already have a 1 of 1 Gasly, so not gonna go for this one. I'll let someone else acquire this one, but it's a zipper patch right there. I'm not really crazy about the zippers. I'd rather have a logo, something else. But I'm not trying to hate on the card at all. I'm just saying
I'd rather have yours. Give me yours. You take this.
I'll just hand it over to you next time I see you.
Yeah.
No, very cool card though. So congrats to whoever wins this one. Vegas weekend. Some of these F1 cards came out to play. That's for sure. There's a duel of Leclerc and Vettel in here, which is really nice. As well. Nice. And dude, I can just not believe. I know we talk about every so often, but how much this market has just soiled the Ronaldo market. This card is a mega card. 2016 OR is one of the highest and best soccer sets that's ever been released. And on-card beautiful autograph of Ronaldo is only $15.50. $15.50, dude. Sticker Revolution PSA 10 autographs used to do $15.50 at 2000.
Yeah, I know. There's people out there that are definitely stashing as much Ronaldo as they can, because the second he retires, and like maybe even like a year after he retires, everyone's gonna forget like Saudi Arabia. They're just gonna be like, oh, he's still one of the best of all time. It's just shocking how much his market has dropped, and it's tough to see as someone who like enjoyed watching him, as a fan of him, but very short-sighted the hobby is, and we've seen that with multiple players in multiple sports. But we'll see if it turns around while he's still playing, but I don't anticipate it jumping in any huge way.
Yeah, very, very awesome card though. Either way, there's not that many on-card autographs from those 2015, 2016 years. I mean, you're talking Flawless and Noir. Noirs pop up more frequently just because there's more made of it, but there's only 33 of these. It's a beautiful card. All right, what else do we got here? There's a Shea. We talked about Shea a little bit earlier. He had like 40 points in that game, in that win against the Warriors. This is Revolution PSA 10, if anyone. A Galactic, if anyone's interested. Only a pop 8. Very cool card. Tatum's having a great year again. Celtics were off to a really hot start, but they are 10-2. They've only lost 2. They just won 5 in a row. So, Sixers, Bucks, and Celtics and Heat, that's pretty much the clear top 4 at this point. The Magic actually having a really good year. I think one of those other teams that was kind of like the Thunder, just not as, good and not as ahead with the draft picks, but younger, driven. They I think they just whipped the Pacers today, actually. Oh, they beat them by 12. They were up by a ton at one point.
Yeah, Magic is a good team. I know. I'm a fan of Franz Wagner and his brother Mo, who obviously isn't as big of a player for the Magic as Franz, but I'm rooting for that team. They got a bunch of young guys, and like you said, it was kind of similar to the Thunder, because year in, year out, they kept adding these young guys, get high draft picks, but yeah, they're starting to put it together. So another team to watch out for.
Definitely. Super nasty Ricardo here. Glove patch autograph, numbered out of 10. Nasty.
Daniel Ricardo.
Max is super weird. It is definitely weird. A super nice Lewandowski orange, BGS 10 orange, 25. Just repeated myself there, but very nice card. And also a red Messi number out of 10. I say we got to go to Julian here for who we buying. I just was sucking up too much time. Last comment is that this is one of the best baseball cards I've seen recently. Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Willie Mays, Ken Griffey Jr., nasty patches on a museum card. Just an incredible card here. Actually, just it's insane. It's insane what type of card this is. So cool. All right, Julian. All you, buddy.
All right. We're going to start off with some friendly fire here. There's a Patrick Williams cracked ice.
Oh, cook him. Cook him.
Okay, so I'm a Bulls fan, not going so hot, quite disappointed with the season and our team. But this guy, he seems like a nice guy, but his output is so bad. And like there's rumors he wants a $200 million contract from us. Absolutely no way. I would cut him loose, but this is pretty expensive for a card of a guy that's averaging 5 points per game. He looks like at times he's scared to shoot the ball. I thought by now he would have that jump, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, he's young and he's only been in the league for a couple of years." Well, he's in year 4, 5 points, reaching the point where it's kind of like a failed experiment. But even as a Bulls fan, I would not touch one of his cards. It's it's tough because he was a highly rated draft pick for us, and it has not worked out. I think he averaged like 10 points a game last season, and we're like, okay, maybe the jump is next year, and the jump is the year after that, but has not happened. I wouldn't touch this. There's another one. There's a James Wiseman also. That's a PSA 10, which is another guy where I'm like, I don't know if I would buy that. So yeah, those are question marks around that. Yeah, Real Music. He's a dog on defense, but that does not warrant a $200 million contract.
I love how he, before the season was literally like, I need to get that big contract, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, oh my goodness, $200 million is not good.
I think we gave Kobe White like a 3-year, $60 million extension or something. And Kobe White is actually like pretty important to us right now. You think you deserve like 4 times more than he does?
Nah.
Yeah, absolutely not. So that was one that I saw where I was very surprised at the price. So who be buying that? I'm assuming a Bulls fan, hopefully just for like collection's sake and not to invest. But that's the first one. Second one we got there's a Florian Wirtz Immaculate 1/1, which we're gonna go with the make sure you read the back. This is the segment where we're like, make sure you know what you're buying because it looks very sick, and it's at $600 pre-buyer's premium. That's a 1/1, but once you check out the back, you can see it is not associated to any player or any game.
Once we check out the back, if my computer loads, I'm kind of running a little slow right now. I don't know why.
It can't see the computer can't even comprehend like the price of this card. But yeah, I was scrolling and it catches your eyes because it's an Adidas patch. But dude, like that's a lot of money for a card that could have come from like
when it says any specific player, that's when you know it's like it's bad.
Yeah, like what any specific could have come from like the team manager or something. Like I don't know. I saw this card and I was keep reiterating. There's always cards in PWCC or not even just PWCC auctions in general where
anywhere
they're like super sick. And the first thing that goes to my mind is it actually associated with the player? At the very minimum, is associated with the player. If it's not associated with a player or a game or anything like that, that's yeah. Like Max said, you can get like some rookie stuff of his for around this price. So this is kind of mind-boggling to me. Saw this one and know I had to bring it up. What else we got? Okay, so we got some stuff that's sold. There's a Sam Darnold downtown 2018 that sold for $288. Like this dude is never sniffing the field with the Niners, so I don't know why people are buying into him. He's had a bunch of chances, kind of like I guess along the lines of Wiseman top pick, but Yeah, another one that kind of confuses me because I'm a Niners fan and I wouldn't buy any of his stuff because he's sitting in the backup, and I know Kyle Shanahan would not really love to play him. So who knows if Brock Purdy gets injured? Even if Brock Purdy gets injured and he goes in, his cards aren't gonna jump up that much. But that was another one.
Let me take over here for 1 second. Max, I don't know if you saw this. Was the Cole Palmer impeccable? Normally these are on card in years past. They went sticker this year in the set. Dude, this is my biggest problem with Cole Palmer cards right now. How am I supposed to spend money on an impeccable club history card from Manchester City? Dude, there's no part of me that would ever buy this card. We need to get his Chelsea autographs ASAP, dude. I love Cole Palmer. Obviously, he's amazing. $62 is not even that much money for this card, but I can't get myself to buy a City Cole Palmer card, especially when it says impeccable club history and it's all about City. I don't want that. All right, go on, Julian.
You don't want that?
I don't want that.
You're gonna have to wait until next year, buddy.
I know. No, yeah, we'll see how long that takes, but yeah.
Okay, we'll finish off with one more. There's LeBron James Flux Titan Purple Scope.
Everyone's favorite. What did you just say?
Huh?
So since when is it called a card called Titan Purple Scope?
Purple Flux at $310 pre-buyer's premium. Okay, this one's gives me a headache trying to think about why this card is worth more than $10.
That's
out of 38 from Flux. Just that I'll let the card speak for itself. If Aaron, you want to chime in, you can feel free.
I'm gonna chime in, and I mean, there's no more words to say about that. But who'll be buying a manufactured patch? This set to me was so weird. They put actual letter patches in here of players and super fractures and stuff, and they were game worn. But then they also just went ahead and made manufactured patches, and they called it the Letterman set. I get it. You're kind of making a different type of collectible. Here, having people collect their full nameplates and stuff. But it's hard when you do that with both game use and manufacturer. It just confuses people. So interesting one. All right. I kind of hijacked your segment there, but go ahead.
The disrespect. Well, I just want to hear what you have to say and what people in the comments have to say because, I have no clue. I mean, LeBron James is a great player, but the amount of cards he has, how can a Flux Titan Purple Scope out of 38 be that much money?
Right. Man, there's a card I just kind of want to snag, but just sold. Sorry, I keep on bringing up other stuff. Congrats, Max, on that. It was definitely going to sell for a lot of money, and now you don't have to lie to me anymore about how much you bought from me for. Here's the deal. There's so many different 2020 LeBron James cards. There's got to be something else you can buy a LeBron. Okay, ignoring everything about this other than just the pure aesthetic of it. Thoughts?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? All right.
No.
I think that it's almost there from a aesthetic standpoint.
I don't know.
Do you know what? I want to know. I want to know what percent of people are bidding on this and trying to win it, thinking it looks like a nebula. They don't actually think it is nebula, but thinking it looks like a nebula, to where you're like, oh, I can get a budget nebula. It's not serial numbered and not $5,000. Nice Tyrese Halliburton auto just sold. Corbin Carroll.
Max is bringing this back up again. You got it for $350. I paid $400. I will die on this.
No.
Someone here's memories lacking.
He is so wrong. It's not even funny. Max is so unbelievably wrong. But we won't get into it. I'm not going to hijack our show for it. Max is totally wrong. I wrote it down the moment I sold it to him. I know I made $0 off the card. So congrats, Max. Max, now you can buy me. Not your normal weird food. You can buy me some nice pizza when I come.
Yeah, like Giordano's.
Not Giordano's. No,
they're not gonna have it in England, but
no, the turtle pizza is what I want. The turtle pizza outside of Stamford Bridge. Let's talk about sick cards.
They might stick some beans on that. Okay, keep going.
No, they don't. This is an amazing card here. You got the Jackie Robinson 42 patch with the Boba Fett, the Nike logo for Vlad, the Nike logo for George Springer. Not a Blue Jays guy. But if you are a Blue Jays fan, Blue Jays collector, I don't know how you can look at this card and not instantly want to buy this thing. It's at $500 for a reason. It's an amazing card, and goodness gracious, I can't believe there's a full Jackie Robinson like a tribute logo patch. So sick, so sick.
Definitely.
Speaking of sick, also Gold Treasure 1 of 1, basically like the Superfractor for OPC Platinum hockey. Sidney Crosby PSA 10, very nice one ending here. The Chavi ended at 528. Congrats to Max. Now you can get me some turtle pizza when I come. Oh my gosh, this card, one of the best design cards I've ever seen in my life. One of the best design cards I've ever seen in my life. You get the 3D effect here with like the ring around
the one thing I would say, the slight tweak I'd have is I'd kind of like his figure to be like the normal color. That's the only thing. But
fair, maybe a lot of like black gold sepia type action going on here, but oh my goodness, the gold paint on card autograph on the black background. The design in the background there. I was looking at the TV. Something just happened for the Broncos, it sounds like. Just an absolutely, in my opinion, flawless card. Such an amazing card. It sold at $700. If I was in the market for a Griffey autograph and I was looking to spend around $700, there's no doubt in my mind I'd be bidding on that card today or have tried to win. Once again, that quad patch is incredible here too. It's at $700. You asked me which card would I rather have for $700, the quad patch or the Ken Griffey Jr. auto. That's a very tough option. I think I'd go with the auto.
Or the Verts.
Verts isn't even lacing the boots of those two cards, as they say. Yeah, no.
The Gasly spiked. It's at 4,300 pre-buyers premium.
Wait, that's kind of nice.
That's
a nice price.
I was thinking this was gonna go for like $1,000 and maybe I'd buy.
Nah, 4,300 is a lot though. Wow. All right. Well, I guess that helps out my.
I gotta steal Aaron's and sell it.
Yeah, now Julian can come and pay $10,000 for it. So come get Julian. Just kidding. Let's see here. What else? Oh, the Abe Lincoln's at 5,250 right now. Did the Giannis end? 4,560. If I had $5,000 laying around right now, I would.
We know you do.
No.
They call him Big Money Aaron.
Would have went back in for that. Albert Pujols 1 of 1 logo man auto here. I think that this is just absolutely absurd. The type of logo man you have to pay for in NBA. Let's go look at a flawless logo man auto. Let's filter it by $5,000 minimum. You're talking Anthony Davis. Okay, come on. This card sold for $10,000. Okay.
Worth it.
A Disney, street clothes, whatever nickname you want to give him.
Always damaged.
One of the best hitters in MLB history. 1 of 1 MLB logo patch autograph, $4,500, half the price. I can't understand that. I understand that there's this hype behind flawless and logo men in the NBA, but my goodness, every day of the week, give me that. Let me know in the comments. Would you rather have this Anthony Davis flawless 1 of 1 logo man for $10,000? Obviously, we don't know exactly what this is going to end for yet, but would you rather have this Albert Pujols for maybe even the same price? Just absolutely insane. The 1 of 1 MLB from Dynasty. Crazy.
Albert Pujols can't dunk.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Anthony Davis should be $10,000.
Yeah.
One of the very few 700+ home run hitters in MLB history too. So I mean, it's just insane. Nice, Nick. That guy Dynasty on Botas number 10. Congrats to Max with the Casemiro damaged goods.
That was ridiculous. I was considering putting that in my segment. That went for so much.
It did.
I don't even know what I haven't checked the final, but I was at like 270 or 290 when I checked like a couple hours ago.
I gotta make sure I dub some of these giveaway cards. I got the giveaway for the night. I'll reveal it towards the end of the episode. Everyone, make sure that you stick around. I got a really nice PSA 10 refractor giveaway of a legend that we're gonna do at the very end of the show. So I appreciate everyone coming tonight. Always trying to give away cards here through the PWCC Weekly Auction, and it's a nice one. It's a nice one. And then here's the Messi from Noir. They had the gold ink of Messi. That's a nasty one too.
Yeah, Noir is such a big set, especially the first couple of years.
Just doing some research right now. What's the score of this football game right now? We got 17-5. That's a tight one.
You still down?
No, I won. The boy
You won?
Yeah, the boy Chandler. I won with Burrow getting hurt, Cooper Kupp getting hurt, and my kicker having 3 points. But then again, the other guy had Aaron Jones get hurt and Mark Andrews get hurt. So it was a game full of injuries.
Yeah.
It was a very lucky win. Oh, my goodness, dude. The one me ended at $10,000, Julian. Raw. 10 grand raw.
Dude, I have no comment.
No comment.
No comment.
That's insane.
That is insane.
There's so many sweet like $50 and under cards that end in these auctions. I'm just looking at my watch list right now. Favorites list. It's hard to try to snag them all, but
gotta catch them all.
I'm waiting for another nice Yelich to pop up here on the auction.
No, we don't want that.
Dude, there's some
sweet. Then Aaron's gonna spend money, and he's not gonna have a place to put all his Brewers cards.
No, I'm actually gonna build a sick display for it. This Abe Lincoln's at 6K. Hey, Wemby or Abe Lincoln? What's the play? Wemby 10K.
Abe Lincoln would kill Wemby in the paint. Honest, Abe dropping a triple double.
Just look at Chet Holmgren. Then you got it. Have you seen all those tweets and stuff?
Yeah.
Max
who even is Wemby? He's basically like this really good chef.
Really good chef?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a cricket player.
And there's your boy Debo's gold Kabuma.
That's a sick photo.
1,000 is cool photo.
Hey, Peg Junk said Abe used to wrestle. He used to, like back in the day, used to wrestle a couple years ago. Yeah, he would snap Wemby.
Dude, people are still dropping hundreds on Wander Franco.
Well, there's one next to it too, which is way too much.
Where?
Dude, actually, I'm still gonna win my fantasy league, but like Garrett Wilson finished with 0.96 points. Dude, you could be the worst quarterback in the league. Just throw it to your best receiver. Just do it. Like, I don't understand what's so hard about that.
What's your prediction here on what this card sold for at one point?
$10,000.
Let's see. Yeah, 10 grand. Maybe not as a PSA 7, but like Raw and BGS 8.5 was going for 10K.
Smells like a loss.
Takes a deep sniff before saying that. I really like this card. It's this retrospect. Cool. It's a really nice looking card. Really cool autograph window there. Red refractor. Hey, Freddie Freeman fan. Gotta love that. Big Poppy and Minnesota Twins.
I didn't realize he played for the Twins.
Yeah, he was on the Twins to start his career. And we got most viewers in the house for a little bit here now.
Oh, so this is a lit card. Lit card. Hasbulla, the boy
Tyson Beck. Tyson Beck released the first licensed Hasbulla auto ever, and then Panini came out with their sticker prisms. It's even got the Ricky logo down there. Tyson Beck was part of Project 2020. Really nice guy. I've talked to him before. He donated to Camp Kesem in the past, so I always appreciate Tyson Beck. And yeah, the on card Hasbulla. Pretty crazy one.
You might have to snag this.
I'm actually looking it up right now. I'm not. I'm dead serious.
No, bro, for 185, I thought when you were zoomed in, I was like, maybe it's 1,000 something. 185.
Is this one number out 35?
Yeah. Hasbulla GOAT status.
The Raws are kind of around there, so I don't really need it, but
no, we
do
need it.
It's a fun card on card. I mean,
put it in the display.
Yeah, frame that bad boy on the wall.
Yeah.
Aaron Nola, 2016 Bowman Chrome Gold Dog. He was like the first big domino to fall here in MLB free agency. 7-year deal. Was it 200 and something million, I think, returning to the Phillies. I know a lot of Phillies fans were like, that's too much money, 172 million. Thing is a lot of people don't understand that these dudes get their first free agent contracts like when they're 30 years old. There's so much like years of control in baseball, arbitration. Their first real like extension comes when they're like 29 to 30. So like You can't really sign pitchers on a long-term deal are good for any less than that nowadays. So I wouldn't be mad if I was a team that got to retain their ace. We're not doing that. So yeah, Phillies fans complain for no reason. But cool card. Oh my gosh, dude, I had so many CJ Stroud cards. This is a non-first refractor SGC 10 at $150.
I should hold on to them.
I had the lava, dude. I pulled the lava out of 150. We sold with the custom auction. Remember you bought one there at Middles Monster? I think that the lava auto sold in the auction.
I can probably check how much I paid for that too.
Salma non-auto went for 78. CJ Stroud relic from the National napkin sold for 126. It's crazy.
Let's see.
If anyone has any questions or any comments on tonight's auction, or if you want anything, please let us know. Dude, I'm losing my mind. There's no way that the AD Flawless Logo Man should be $4,000 more than this card. $5,400 is the final sale. There's no way it should be. What are you shrugging your shoulders at? You can't explain it to me?
Anthony Davis can dunk.
Come on.
No, I can't explain it to you. Basketball collectors are just a different breed.
That's actually probably the only explanation that there is, because this card is nasty as heck. And I'm a Brewers fan, and I'm hyping this card up, man. Oh my gosh. Anthony Davis is just going to be another one of those players that had a lot of talent, got injured a bunch, didn't really perform up to expectations. Albert Pujols is one of the best MLB hitters ever to play the game. Crazy.
So we bought that. I did some digging, but we bought the Hertz Select Auto out of 99 and the Stroud. It was a gold lava?
No, it was just a lava.
And the Stroud lava both raw for $575
combined.
Yeah,
the Stroud raw autos are $325 now.
That Hertz was probably like a $500-$600 car raw.
I know. I'm not sure how much it sold
for them kids, baby.
I think it actually hit a 10, and it sold here for $204. So that was double what it was raw. So shout out to SGC for helping make the kids $100 more. Thanks for the grade, and as they donated those grades. But crazy, 204, and now the raws are $350. Did you see my text on my Romo Dunze? It's gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, nice one.
Good player. He's gonna go to the draft, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be a top 15, top 20 pick easily. I want the Packers to get him, man. Oh my gosh, the guy's a stud. That's what we want.
Packers drafting a top wide receiver, that's not possible.
Yeah, trust me, every single Packers fan wants an offensive lineman. I want offensive lineman, wide receiver, but you're right. Wide receivers being drafted in the first round never happens.
Is that my boy? Let's get a Leo appearance.
Leo is definitely going off upstairs right now.
He saw a fly.
Hasbullah's up to 195.
Do it. Hasbullah.
No.
Hasbullah wrestles Abe Lincoln. Who's winning?
This is at like 7K.
It's big jump. We're gonna have to find that Gasly of yours and maybe find a buyer.
I was gonna say, I don't think I can sell that card. I want to hold that card for a long
split the profits.
Split the profits. No, but that's cool to see. I mean, let's be honest, for how bad Alpine has kind of regressed, I think this year, he's actually had a pretty good year. He had a great qualifying in Vegas. Race didn't go that great. I know he said the tires.
It was terrible.
His tires just died, didn't they?
He was P4 from like a lot of it. And then he drove on P5, and then like I think he pitted and he was like P7. And within 2 laps, he went from P7 to like P10, and then he slowly just like everyone was passing him.
Something was wrong then. At that point, something's wrong, you know.
Yeah.
Super huge Bryce Harper rookie here. You got the rookie debut 2012 update black number of 61. He doesn't like really have a flagship parallel card other than this, because I'm pretty sure his other flagship rookie is kind of like a Acuna in a sense, where it's the series. No, maybe he has a series 2 normal. He's got actually quite a few different rookies. That's really hard to understand what's what. But this is the rookie debut update. He does have like the batting pose in 2012 series 2 SP. There's also one of him like sitting there, like standing and screaming. So I'm kind of either way. Big card, Black Eye 61.
We made a post on a big Bryce Harper.
Yeah, the Super Auto it resold a year later for like the same amount, which is actually a little shocking. But super sick Mike Trout here. Super sick Mike Trout. And don't forget, everyone, we do have a giveaway coming up at the end of the show. There will be one winner tonight for the giveaway. It's a cool one. It's nothing crazy expensive. You know, it's around $30 card, but hey, it's a really cool card, and I can't wait to share what it is when we get there. Julian doesn't even know what it is.
96, episode 96.
Yeah, are you about to clown me?
I'm waiting for the 100, and then I'm going to clown you so hard.
It's really interesting to see Topps actually make a patch autograph of Big Papi, though, in the Twins jersey.
That's a sick card, though. Like,
with the red. Look, it's got like red and charcoal up here, which kind of matches the red, white, and navy. It's a really cool card. It's at $200 right now. That's like the one-on-one of Yelich, the Diamond Icons. I shipped that thing back to me so I can see in hand. I can't wait. Dude, $8,000 for the Chet Black Gold.
See that card with the AD, $18,000.
Yeah. Thoughts on the price of this one?
Honestly, I think it might be a little low.
You think?
Yeah.
5,200.
Well, but it's a strong sale nonetheless. It's not something where I'm like it's super low.
Yeah.
But it's a sick card. And shout out my guy Mike Lehigh. I think that's how you say it. I've never actually asked him. I think it's Lehigh.
Yeah.
We did the huge F1 auction, but this is probably the only card that could have two potential world champions on it because Vettel won and Leclerc has a decent chance if they can give him a good car. So
we need Ferrari to figure some stuff out, I think. But yeah, possibly.
Yeah, but it's a sick card. I wouldn't complain if I owned this one, but the F1 sales have been pretty strong in this auction. So
yeah, Vegas weekend. That Gasly's up to $6,000 now. Pre-buyer's premium. Same price.
Steak dinner.
Same price as the Abe Lincoln.
Wow.
Are the Broncos going to win here? Come on, Broncos. Oh. Actually, I'm not sure. The boy Ty Chandler. Don't want the Vikings to win in any way, shape, or form, but hey, I won my fantasy game, so we'll take it.
Come on, though. Joshua Dobbs.
He's a dog, dude. You can't hate on a story like that.
Yeah, so like we're rooting for the Vikings.
Well, no, there's no chance that I'm rooting for the Vikings.
We're rooting for the Vikings. Get your Josh Dobbs jersey.
No, make these dudes lose. Come on, Broncos, do something for me here at the end. I like the Broncos story too, by the way. I really do. There's so many haters up there at Dolphins game, dude. Do you know that they have like basically like the third best defense in the NFL since they gave up those 70 points or whatever?
No, I didn't know that. I just know Russell Wilson has had an insane season and no one talks about it.
Yeah, I hate that, dude.
Like I didn't realize how good he was doing because like I think I looked up Russell Wilson's stats like one day because there hasn't been a single post about him.
Yeah.
18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
I wrote in the newsletter about him that one night that you decided to fall asleep. That was my
oh yeah, your
headline.
One?
Yeah. Dude, it's at 6,250 now.
This is insane. I'm pretty sure his Papardasha variation from Chrome sold for like $6,000.
Yeah. I mean, I'm more of a dynasty guy myself, but
yeah, but like you said, the zipper is kind of a interesting topic.
I'd rather have a flag patch, a nameplate patch, Alvatori logo. But either way, I mean that's a nasty price in that. The Shining Stars of Kobe here is very cool. I actually opened a box of these Fleer Brilliants way back in the day, meaning like
1900s.
No, 3 years ago. When we were breaking older basketball boxes, I pulled a Shining Stars, I think, of Tim Duncan. But these things are super condition sensitive, and it's a very cool insert there. But wow, that's actually more expensive than the PSN Gold Refractor Rookie. Guess a pop 2 really helps there. I still think these are the types of cards that don't really make sense to me. You know, third year Patrick Mahomes Select, which has 3 levels, a black 1 of 1. Just doesn't really do it for me.
When you look at it from far, it kind of just looks like a base.
You make a very compelling point about black sometimes. Hey, I can't. That's not even just a Panini thing though. The Platinum Series 1 and Series 2 and updates from Topps, those things are look awful to me. The platinum 1-of-1s from the flagship sets. Austin Matthews, insane buyback golden ink card here, number out of 10. These buybacks so extremely well when they take the young guns and they sign them later down the line and they re-release them in like clear cut and stuff like that, or whatever else they might release them in. Normally, like buybacks don't really sell it well for different products, but hockey exceptionally they do well with the young guns. Super awesome. Ooh, look at that. Nick Nack is going to run a sale around the start of the NFL playoffs. Got Jared Goff, Leaf Metal rookie auto. Jared Goff has been having a heck of a year, dude.
Lions are good. And that's another team where people are like, it's hard to hate on them because of how bad they were.
Yeah. What do we have here? Stud, disappointment, flop. Literally shouldn't even belong on a card with these guys.
That's funny. You could cut out the little Luka part and then
I'll go for those listening on podcasts. You have Luka, then you have Jaren Jackson Jr., who I still think could be really good, but he's just been a little bit of disappointment. Colin Sexton, who kind of has flopped and now is off the bench in Utah, and then Kevin Knox, who literally has done nothing.
Yeah. Was Kevin Knox even still on a team?
I don't think he's playing basketball anywhere in the NBA, but who knows?
Kevin Knox. Oh, he's still on the Pistons.
Really?
He's averaging 11 points per game this season.
What?
Wow. He's averaging 11.8.
He's actually playing?
6 points on the 19th, 11 points on the 17th, and 12 points on the 14th.
He's playing 27. Wait, he's played 3 games this year.
4, but like.
Yeah, 4, sorry. Wait, no, 3.
No. Bulls, Hawks, Cavaliers, Raptors.
Okay. Well, wait, did he play tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry. Basketball Reference was just showing 3. I can't even believe that he actually is still in the NBA. All right, this is dope. I'm no Kyrie fan.
I saw that one. Yeah.
Kyrie, notable nickname with the Uncle Drew. Too bad that auto's starting to fade pretty badly, but such a sick card. Rookie too. Rookie also. I love that Sid the Kid. That card is so nasty. Those gold treasures look really cool. I know they're a little bit like deeper gold than like super fractors, but pretty cool. And a huge Jamar Chase ending too. You know, I've been seeing a lot of Jamar Chase cards selling recently. I wonder what Joe Burrow being hurt is going to do to his market. Rest of the season, do you think this stuff's going to dip just because people are not expecting him?
I think so. I was saying the other day, like, do you think the Bengals have to bring in another quarterback, right?
Who do they have behind him? So I didn't even know who that guy was.
I forgot his name, but I'd never heard of him. Bengals. See, this is where I'm like kind of sad that Trey Lance is just like wasting away at the Cowboys because there's multiple teams that would have taken him. Like, I don't understand. Jake Browning. They only have 2 quarterbacks, Joe Burrow and Jake Browning.
Don't even know who
guys that you can. Like at that point, I'd even like trade for Sam Darnold.
You just want more picks.
Well, no, I'm just saying like a guy who like has shown he kind of knows what he's doing.
True.
At times.
Bring Nick Foles back.
Nick Foles.
Ooh, that was actually a pretty cool Matt Stafford card, I gotta say. Props on this one from the Super Bowl. On card, $300 right now. Number out 49. Speaking of bringing in our quarterback, I had Burrow on my fantasy team. I picked up Stafford because someone dropped him, and he just got healthy, but I don't think he even played that well this week. I couldn't have played him because I played Burrow on Thursday, but I might need to trade a wide receiver and get a quarterback because I don't know if Stafford's going to be reliable enough for me.
Yeah, I didn't start Calvin Ridley this week, which is kind
of... Dude, what in the world? I have like probably...
Hello, my name is... What does that say?
Shohei. I gave away, I think, a month of the kids and kids packs at the National.
Aaron, I just for clarification, I knew what it said, but just like it's hard to read.
It is.
Acted like I didn't know who Shohei Ohtani is.
I'm not even sure exactly what that says on the back. I mean, on the back there. Like, look at Julian. Look at it. There's like a T in there.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Huh.
Pistons are on an 11-game losing streak.
That's not great.
Oh, if this doesn't say J on it, I don't know what does. Our boy Jay with all the non-sport cards. There's a Marilyn Monroe from
He's
1926.
salivating. He's just waiting. Okay, Hank, why, buddy? I can't defend you on this one. Evan Ingram over George Kittle.
Julian, I had a trade in place to. It was in like a multiple deal where I get back a better running back, so I was trading Kittle for Evan Ingram, and then my friend ended up never re-engaging with me on it and just dropped it.
You were
and
gonna
got
do it too?
Well, I was going to trade Kittle for Ingram, but only because I was going to get back a better running back in the deal.
Oh,
So like I was trying to use it wasn't like I was just doing it straight up. But either way, point is I'm super happy that it happened to. Kittle's been balling out ever since then.
he's so good.
Yeah, Hank, why did he do that?
Hank, he had 6 points this week, 5 points last week. Come on now.
Also, shout out to
the
boy Hank Silky Mick Cards, expert woodworker, made me some nice coasters for my house. Some a Bucks, Chelsea, Brewers, and Badger coaster set. And then also made me some sweet keychains with Slab Sex logos. Might need to work some trades with Julian. I might need to work a trade with Julian and get some cards back for some keychains.
Hank, where's mine?
I can hook you up, bro. I got the stash now.
Hank's he's a master woodworker.
He is a beast. Oh, bro's letting IBM Watson set his lineup.
You can do that?
Probably.
Which league is this? I guess I do Yahoo. I don't think it has a function.
You play Yahoo Fantasy Football?
Yes, sir.
Bro, who set that up in your life?
It's like a legacy league, so we did it 2 or 3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago?
Do you know how old I am?
I've been playing fantasy football since I was in 6th grade.
No, I have not been playing fantasy football since I was in 6th grade.
I've been playing fantasy football since I was in 6th grade. I'm on 15 years of my league probably now.
Yeah, well, some of us have a life.
Like what? Playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
It's already 10:04 Central. I just realized that this auction is probably winding quite down here on the cards that are remaining. I gotta get this giveaway cooking. I'm gonna share it right now, Julian. We also need to pick.
There's under 24 left.
There is just under 24. Pick your card right now in the next 6 seconds.
I will take
I'm taking the Trout Dynasty.
I'll take the Human Torch, 1996.
All right, let's see what happens here, and I will reveal the giveaway right now. Please drop a number 1 in the comments to enter into the giveaway. It is nothing crazy, but it is pretty cool. It is from the 2021 Topps Chrome Platinum Anniversary set, a refractor PSA 10 of Willie Mays with the 1952 throwback design. Pop 7, extremely cool card. I hope you all enjoy. And that is the giveaway right now.
What did you which card did you pick?
I picked the Mike Trout Dynasty, which is probably gonna flop.
Huh. Yeah, that wasn't a good pick, Aaron.
No, it's too expensive, I think.
You can see, so now you can go for 2 again tonight. Who won last week with the pick the card? And who's been the only person to pick the card? And
I'm pretty sure you picked the card like 2 weeks ago. It was.
That was last week.
I don't remember. The Gasly tied the Abe Lincoln.
Wait, it sold?
Mm-hmm.
How much?
7,500.
Oh,
yeah, no.
7,500.
Dude, the Broncos just ran it on 3rd and 10.
They weren't expecting it.
They're down 5 with 3 minutes left. They ran on 3rd and 10. Obviously, going to go for on 4th down, but I mean, wait, why?
Trickery.
That just makes no sense. They have all 3 timeouts, but I still do not understand. By the way, my Trout's still cooking. Yours is actually still going, but I'm probably done here. Y'all have got, let's say, 2 more minutes to get on the giveaway. So drop your ones right now if you have not already. 2 more minutes. 10:08 Central. I cannot believe they ran that ball.
How much are they down by?
Oh, that's a flag. Oh my! Did he catch that? Dude, they're down by 5. Oh my gosh.
Someone salvaged your trout.
Oh, it's still running.
Final 6.
6
Can
left.
Julian do it back-to-back weeks?
I don't think he won it last week. Are you sure?
It was last week.
Oh wait, did you have that like the?
It was me and you duking it out with Jay's cards.
Yeah, it was like the
Remember?
Alexander Graham Ball or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yours
I'm
has
ready
a
for you to
bid.
take this L.
I think mine's Dunsky's here.
Yeah. Get better, kid.
I'm for sure.
I have a comment to say about my Human Torch card, but I don't know if I just won't say it.
Yeah, you should probably hold that.
I feel like it'd be okay, but I'm not gonna test the waters.
We're running a Mike Trout here.
What is going on? You always get lucky with this. It's luck. For me, it's skill. For you, it's luck. I totally should have chosen that Pikachu card, though. The Pokemon always kills at the end.
It does. It does. Oh my gosh. Oklahoma City's up 134-88. I think that the Blazers, obviously Robert Williams got hurt, but they have not really shown anything this year.
Come on. What if all 4 end at the same time? Then technically we're both winners.
Yeah, if they both end at the same time, we're both winners. This Crosby is so sick. 2005 up in that ice. Are you done?
I think I'm about to be done.
I mean, both might be done here. Oh, I got a bid right at the end. I got a bid.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Dude, what the world?
Good night, Max. Good to see you, bro. Or good to hear from you. Jay's going crazy next week, bro. Jay's going crazy.
Saving up. That's why we haven't heard from Jay today.
Well, he was commenting earlier, but he hasn't been talking about any. There's not. I mean, we're looking at Trout and Pikachu at the end. Come on, Trout. Do something for me.
There's no way you beat out a Pikachu.
Dude, tonight's my night. Tonight's my night. That Trout's nasty, bro. Trout's gonna win this thing for me, and then on top of that, we're gonna have I'm gonna pick the right giveaway winner.
Yeah, okay. Now we're getting into fantasy land. Let's just stick down onto earth.
That line was to close out the giveaway entries, by the way.
There's no way.
Come on, Broncos.
I think they all sold. Yeah. I don't know if I count that though. 3 cards.
They all sold at the same time.
I don't view it at the same as the same.
It doesn't matter. You haven't been here for every episode, so the rules have been set.
It's not as big.
You just have to have the last one that ends. It doesn't matter how it happens.
It's like halfway.
He's just mad. I'm totally doing the back-to-back here.
There's absolutely no way.
I'm doing it. All right, here we go. This is for the Willie Mays. Good luck, everyone. I hope you all enjoy the card and enjoyed the night here. I appreciate everyone showing up to the Slapsack Sunday show. Here we go. 3 times. 1, 2. I got to get this. Du Bois.
I'm going with number 9, Varden. Come on, Varden, my guy.
Oh, I thought I had it. Scott is the winner. Congratulations.
You thought you had it?
I was so confident I picked the right one. Scott, make sure to drop
You're not
us
on
an
my
email.
Level, kid.
Make sure to drop us an email with your PWCC identity key. Go to your preferences, send me your key, and we'll get that William Mays transfer over to you. Dude, I really thought that I don't know why. I just had that feeling, but I guess that I got 3 more episodes, right? 97, 98. No, I got 4 more episodes to prove my worth here. Time's ticking, though.
It's not happening.
Time's ticking, dude.
100 episodes? You haven't done it?
Oh, no, I haven't. So bad. So bad. I bought cool cards here.
Whoever gets picked by Aaron, because they know automatically they aren't winning.
It's a straight up L. I'm sorry, everyone. Sorry, Du Bois tonight. Congrats to Scott, though. First time winning. I know you come to a lot of episodes, so I appreciate it a lot. Rob, good to see you. Tony, good to see you. Everyone, thank you so much for coming in tonight's Slapsack Sundays episode. Same time, same place, 9:45 p.m. Eastern time. next week Sunday is going to be episode 98. We are approaching 100 here, or sorry, 97 next week Sunday, and I cannot wait. And yeah, hopefully some more Christian Yelich cards pop up. I know I got a lot, but I need one more, at least one more. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you all in the next episode.